King's Painting.
Long ago, in a distant kingdom, there ruled a wise and compassionate king. Though he had only one leg and one eye, his intelligence and kindness brought prosperity to his people. Under his leadership, everyone in the kingdom lived a joyful and healthy life. One day, as the king strolled through the palace hallway, he noticed the portraits of his ancestors. He reflected on the fact that one day his children would walk the same path, remembering their lineage through these portraits. However, the king had never commissioned a portrait of himself. Uncertain about how his physical disabilities would be depicted, he hesitated to have one painted. To find the right artist, he invited renowned painters from his own kingdom and neighboring realms to the court. The king declared that he wished to have a magnificent portrait of himself displayed in the palace. He invited any painter capable of fulfilling this request to step forward, promising a reward based on the quality of the final artwork. All the painters pondered the challenge before them. The king had only one leg and one eye. How could they create a portrait that appeared truly beautiful? They feared that if the painting failed to meet the king's expectations, he might become displeased and punish them. One by one, the painters began making excuses and respectfully declined the task of painting the king's portrait. Suddenly, one painter stepped forward and confidently said, "I will create a magnificent portrait of you that you will surely love." The king was delighted to hear this, while the other painters grew curious. With the king's permission, the painter began working on the portrait. He carefully sketched the image and then brought it to life with vibrant colors. After dedicating a great deal of time and effort, he finally announced that the portrait was complete. The courtiers and other painters watched with curiosity and anxiety, wondering how the artist could create a beautiful portrait of the king despite his physical disabilities. They feared that if the king was displeased with the painting, he might become angry. However, when the painter unveiled the portrait, everyone in the court, including the king, was left in awe. The painter created a portrait of the king sitting on a horse, positioned to showcase his strong side. He depicted the king holding a bow, with one eye closed as he aimed an arrow, presenting him as a skilled and powerful warrior. The king was delighted to see how the painter had skillfully crafted a magnificent portrait while subtly concealing his disabilities. Impressed by the artist's creativity, he rewarded him generously. Moral lesson: we should always look for the positive qualities in others rather than focusing on their flaws. Instead of dwelling on weaknesses, we should appreciate strengths and embrace a positive mindset. By approaching challenges with optimism, even in difficult situations, we can find better solutions and overcome obstacles more effectively.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and share the video.